of
buried.
A robot doing the same thing. Like, you're eating up dates all night, which is great, but it also is, it's a lot of dates.
So sorry to the current date guy.
Yeah.
That's awesome. All right. So what did you mainly do? You were not on that station.
So I was on that station for a couple of months, and then we had someone leave, so they moved me over to saute.
Oh, great.
And that was the first time I'd ever really worked, like, a saute station at a restaurant that was doing 300 covers a night.
Yeah.
Just busy.
Demanding perfection.
Yeah. And I was really lucky. My sous chef at the time there, Rachel Dow, she really kind of took me under her wing and was just like, I don't care how long it takes. Like, we're gonna figure out how to make the station work for you.
Yeah.
And you're gonna understand the groove and the flow of it. And
so it seems like that was one of those restaurants that humbled you.
Yeah.
On a nightly basis.
Yeah.
You go home in tears, basically, and you're like, no one understands.
Yeah, you get your ass kicked, and it was hard. But because it was such a small crew, it was a 3-person line, 2 people prepping, maybe 7 people, 8 people, kitchen-wise, staff, for the whole staff.
Yeah.
It was a really nice, like, familial situation.
I got you.
It was, like, we'd all come in together, we'd bring coffee for each other, we'd make coffee for each other, make, like, snacks, food, since we weren't eating family meal, there wasn't family meal, making sure we were sustaining ourselves, and then we'd take turns buying beers at the end of the night.
There you go.
Yeah.
All right.
It was
so
my
a little
first
brotherhood.
taste of that,
Yeah. Okay. Very cool. And at this time, your parents are still around in Chicago, so you have your family, which is a big part of the success for sure. How long do you stay at Paul Kahn's?
So I ended up working for the company for One Off Hospitality for about 3-4 years. They kind of hopped me around in a good way. Like,
okay.
I was at Avec for over a year and was just like, I think I want to learn more.
Yeah.
I don't know what that is, but if I want to continue on this savory realm, like, I don't know how to butcher a chicken properly. I don't know how to break down fish. I need to learn how to do this. So they had an opening at Public and Quality Meats, the butcher shop.
Gotcha.
So Paul was like, all right.
We'll put you here.
Yeah. So I worked at the butcher shop for a year. And
very cool.
Yeah.
So is that fish and meat?
Mainly just meat.
Mainly meat?
Yeah.
Charcuterie?
Yeah.
Lots of it, huh?
Lots of charcuterie, sausage. But the person who was running the butcher shop at the time, the chef, head butcher, Missy, she... I was the only female, like, she'd ever really had come through as a butcher.
Yeah. So again, it's one of those moments. Like, yeah baby.
I got very lucky. It's just like, all right, you're going to learn how to break down cows.
Yeah.
That's your job. Like, fuck the pigs. Fuck this. You're going to learn how to break down cows.
Yeah.
So I was, twice a week breaking down quarters of cows.
Sweet. That's so awesome.
One of the best jobs I've ever had.
Yeah. So what was the timing like there? Show up at 4 a.m, get out at 1 kind of thing?
Show up around like 7 or 8. It was pretty...
so it was normal.
Yeah, it wasn't too bad,
Yeah,
actually.
you get those butcher shop jobs that are like, you got to be here at 3. And you're like, what, to clean for 4 hours before the meat shows up? Like, what the fuck? That's funny. All right. So after a year of butchering cows, do you find yourself kind of yearning for the line again? Or are you like, I could do this forever?
I find myself missing pastry.
Okay, finally.
Yes.
Okay, the sweets come back. What happened?
I started seeing what Anna Posey, then Shovers, was doing at Publican.
Okay.
Her desserts were just so fantastic. And I had been watching Dana, because Blackbird and Avec were very close, and Dana Cree was the pastry chef of both properties at that time. So I had eaten all of her desserts at Blackbird. I was seeing what Anna was doing at Publican. Amanda Rockman had just started at Nico, and it was just like this heavy hitter
powerhouse lady over here in fucking Chicago. Damn.
So I was just like, oh my God, like, I didn't even realize you could apply pastry in these ways. Like, it was so out of my realm and my mentality.
Yeah.
So I was, Anna and I started talking, and it was just kind of like, oh shit.
Let's do it.
Exists.
Yeah. So did Anna give you the opportunity to hop back into sweets again?
Yeah.
Okay. Where did you go?
I went to Publican and worked
Okay,
for
you went.
Publican.
Okay, got you. At that point, how long had she been at Publican?
A long time. I don't know how many years exactly, because she had been there as a savory cook and then had come back.
Got you.
She left to go work somewhere else and then came back to do, like, run the pastry department.
Yeah, and at this point, was Chef David still chef of Blackbird? Mm-hmm. Okay, understood. Got you. So you're back in pastry. What was the first thing that they're having you do? Just work the station? You're a pastry cook again?
Yeah, you started working the line, and then you would have a couple of prep shifts here and there.
Yeah.
They had just opened, like, the commissary bakery, so there was more space and time to actually have a production team.
Oh, wow, okay.
It was the first time, like, I think they were really able to do that. That wasn't just in this small little pastry corner of the restaurant where you're sharing it with people breaking down fish, cleaning produce. Like,
again, with the oysters and the cake.
Yeah,
it's, like,
exactly.
disgusting. Wow. So you start in that pastry realm, and are you like, I'm here for a long time. I'm, like, staying here. I'm going to learn the craft under her. Did she leave while you were there?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. Got you. Did you step into a management role because she left, or did you stay as...
I stayed as line cook.
I got you. Understood. Chef, yeah. Okay. And total, how long were you a pastry chef at Publican? Or pastry at Publican?
I was pastry at Publican for, I want to say it was shy of a year.
Shy of a year?
Yeah.
Okay. Got you. So at this point, you got some pretty cool notches on the belt. Yeah. You know? All right. So are you getting offers, from anybody in town, or are they,
I was slowly figuring out networking.
How valuable you were? It's like, hey, she can make pastries and butcher cows.
Yeah.
I'm like, pay her $120,000 a year.
Yeah, I'd gotten, that was when I finally started, when you're going out, you're talking to people, you're making the friends at different restaurants and making those connections. Mm-hmm. And so... when I had left Publican, it was because one of my regulars when I was a butcher at PQM, when I would work the counter, was Sarah Grunberg.
Okay.
And her fiance Jamie, they would always come in and I would help them. And I had heard that she was leaving Spiaggia and she was looking to open up a space. And the first thing I did was put her in contact with my sister, who needed a job because she's a sommelier beverage director.
Yeah, okay.
So I'm like, oh my gosh, not even thinking about myself because I was so happy there just working with meat. It's like, you need to talk to my sister and talk to her. I think she'll be a perfect fit for what you're looking for your wine program. And sure as shit, she got hired. She got the job. She was there for 4 years. So when I was ready to leave Publican, I started talking to my sister, and then I started talking to Sarah. We had a couple of interviews about it. And, yeah, she was like, we need someone who can work pastry and help do prep in the morning, but then also can oversee and, help on the Garmo side. Because, again, you have your Garmo pastry section all combined into one.
This seems to be a going theme here in your career.
Yes.
The Garmo pastry station. Wow. Isn't that crazy what having a few beers can do?
I know.
It's like the best networking is getting drunk with people. That is literally the best. You get fucked up with people, they never forget that. Yeah. Ever.
I know.
Like, hey, remember that time we did? And you're like, oh, please don't say that. Okay. All right. So do you have any aspirations at this point of becoming a pastry chef?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think that was when I first started to realize I wanted to... My skill set was growing and my knowledge was developing and getting more extensive. But I wanted to figure out how to manage people in the way that I manage people and in a way that was well reciprocated and received. And working at Monteverde, I think working with multiple personalities and again the first time working a little bit more experienced on a Garmo pastry line was the first time, I was like, okay, how do I kind of make sure everyone's doing what they need to do throughout the day and throughout the night without stepping on toes?
Yeah.
And then once I kind of got into that groove, it was like, oh, okay, I think I'm ready for that next step. I'm ready to step into management. I'm done just kind of being in that rudimentary level.
Yeah. Exactly, where you're really aggressive.
Yeah,
at that, everybody is at that point. Like right before management, You're like, I know better. And it's like everybody's yelling at each other. And then they're like, calm down, dude. You're about to manage these people in like 2 weeks. You don't want them to hate you. You know what I mean?
Yeah, my hot-headedness just was more of a silent glare, passive aggressive-ness.
Yeah.
I was that person.
That's all good.
You.
Yeah. I hear you. So you took the job as pastry chef?
So I left there.
Okay,
and,
all right.
Then I had ended up at Bang Bang Pie and Biscuits, which is a bakery in Chicago that specializes in biscuits and pies. It's
okay.
Everyone's
So you wanted to leave the restaurant realm of things again to go trying to do the bake shop thing again.
Yeah, I thought the slower pace and just like the very like anal retentive qualities of a bakery specifically would be a good way to truly step into management and kind of understand that.
Without the go of service.
Without floundering and always feeling like I was just going to have an anxiety attack.
Yeah. I hear you. Okay. Was that part of the move?
Yeah.
Was that anxiety was kind of rising and you're like, I don't need this?
Yeah.
Okay. So you go over there. How long are you here at this place?
I was there for, again, about a year.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, that's the perfect amount of time to be anywhere, to be honest. So you got what you came for out of that place, and where do you decide to go from there?
I decided to move to Boston.
Okay. What prompted that move?
Me and my boyfriend at the time decided that we were looking for other jobs, and Chicago wasn't offering it, and we both got job offers out in Boston. So
where at?
I worked for this chef named Michael Scalfo. He's in Cambridge, and he owned a couple of spots, and he was opening up a new restaurant. And basically, they had a pastry chef for both spots, but they wanted to place pastry sous chefs at each one also. So it would be Kenny, the pastry chef, overseeing the two sous chefs while they kind of ran things.
Understood.
Yeah.
Okay. That's a good management situation. That's not bad.
It was the first time I was able to just like truly manage something alone and have a little bit more creative freedom as well, and be able to run specials, test things out.
Yeah. How long did you last in New England? 1 year? Don't be saying that shit.
No, not at all. I made it like 6 months.
Okay.
It was so bad.
Was it the cold?
No.
Or was it just the people?
It was the people.
Yeah, I'm telling you, bro. They don't hold nothing back out there, man.
I was just like, I didn't realize that Midwestern hospitality was such a thing.
Yeah,
just
it's a
like,
thing.
I would go on runs because I'm an avid runner, and I would like go on runs in the winter and be on like a little sidewalk, and I would have people coming towards me, standing side by side, and they would not move out of the way. They would like shoulder check you into the snow.
Into the snow. Yep.
Or like not holding doors. And the real light bulb moment that I did not fit in there was I was at my friend's like Christmas party. And one of her girlfriends was like, "Oh, you're from Chicago. I was just there." It was so bizarre. And I was like, "Tell me more. Why was it so bizarre?"
Yeah.
I was in an Uber pool when Uber pool was still safe and okay.
Yeah.
And stuff. And she was like, the person who was in the Uber with me found out I wasn't from, like, I was in from out of town, and just started giving me all these recommendations, and they were so friendly. It was so off-putting. I was like, "Can you just shut up and stop talking to me?" I was like, "Are you sure that wasn't me in your Uber? Because that's totally what I do whenever I hear that." And I was just like, "Oh, New England is not for me at all."
Exactly. Everybody's mind your own fucking business.
Yeah.
I mean, I grew up there, and I was raised in Connecticut, and I appreciate the attitude that it gave me, because there was a time when I got to California that I was like, some of you are too nice.
Yes.
Because, so I feel like here is a happy medium. Maybe it's because of the middle, but, who knows. So you left there. You took off running.
Yeah.
You and your boyfriend at the time?
No. That was our parting of
That was, okay, great. You're like, fuck you and your Boston shit. Was he from there?
No, he was from Wisconsin.
Okay, got you.
But
so you're
he's still there.
He's still in Boston.
He made it. He's made it 5-6 years out there.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
I applaud him.
Yeah. You were like, not for me. Did you come right back here?
Yeah.
Okay. And did you have a job lined up when you came back, or were you just like, I need to get out first and I'll figure it out?
Yeah, get out first, figure it out.
Got you. What did you figure out?
I started food running at a restaurant that had just opened, that a couple of my friends had opened. They needed some help food running, hosting. So I'd always kind of, throughout the beginning of my career, supplemented income by picking up front of the house jobs.